abomination are those? Upon noticing you, the cubist elfin straightens. You hear the clanging and groaning of metal, as if the pistons and bearings in the fabricator's sensor's augmented body has fused together. Repellent screeches punctuate his speech. You. The probability of navigating your way, of reaching the inner line, was negligible. The primordial truth guards me, and my work. Then why is it that this variable has yet to be eliminated? Because the schemes of the ruinous powers are powerless against the servants of the God Emperor who are guided by his light. A gross misconception, common among primitive minds. Your resistance is but a statistical error that will soon be corrected. Why don't I just kill you along with your minions and be done with it? I would not count on such an outcome, although probability recalculation shows that even your unforeseen appearance and disappointing resilience can serve progress. Where else would I have found a suitable specimen for practical testing? The fabricated sensor straightens his back and shoulders. You hear a mounting hum as if from some powerful turbines, followed by heavy footsteps and the grinding of metal against metal. Oh my god, no, I can't deal with... not two of them. I can't deal with two of them. Oh dear. Oh, well that was just rude. Please have a fault. Please be faulty, like keel over right now. Oh no. The fabricator sensor lets out a binharic trill. Witness the weapon designed to carry the glory of the true gods into this darkness of the Coronis expanse. My shepherd has sent me one of his iron angels, so that his very presence may instill faith and awe in the hearts of his flock. Accept the greatness of the primordial truth, united with the might of the nuclear gamma, and perish. I shall purge the Kiavagama of your corruption. Accept this new sacrifice, sacred truth.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Oh, I am in so much trouble. So much trouble. Ugh. Oh my, I don't know how to tackle this at all.
Running binary override. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. Running binary override. Request approved.
Oh no.
Duty go hand in hand.
That's rude. Abelard's in the way. Might be able to just get this guy here.
If I must. If it serves your cause. understand your intent. Ancestors, guide me! This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Okay. Question whether or not we should just get rid
Let's
of
see
the...
to it. For the throne's glory.
I am just trying... I'm just going to try and get rid of as many of these minion guys.
Let's see to it. Get me a target. I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
What is the ring?
I've said I'm okay if they're going to melt each other.
Damage is negligible.
Victory is imminent. I took care of this one. At your beck and call.
I'm so worried.
You will perish for this affront.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the
Oh, I didn't
Emperor
mean to press that
commands,
one.
I act.
Oh my gosh, this is...
I'll do it. This is why I was chosen! That is for the weak.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. On it. I'll make it happen.
He doesn't get hurt by that. This guy does, though. This guy, not so much, but...
Running binary code.
The fact is that I got 2 of these guys.
The Omniscient Council comprehends.
I'm kind of scared.
Who, if not me?
I'm gonna see if I can... also, if I take the fabricator out. Oh wait, that was better now. Oh, I missed.
Running binary override.
Stop running away!
You have offered me another chance. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
I won't object to it.
Could have just moved forward a little bit and still used it. Ah well, do you know what? I'm terrible when it comes to this. That was a waste of a go. You made up for it. Let's go for this guy. Let's see if we can take
It will be done.
the fabricator out.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
An unworthy soul.
What I will say is thank
As the Emperor
heavens they're
commands,
not
I
doing
act.
the same thing at the moment as the last one did,
Faith without deeds is worthless.
cause that was insane.
I'll make it happen. On it. I'll see to it personally.
My vow is to serve. Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Come on, you can't miss.
make
You're
it
such a
happen.
big boy. Of course you can miss. It's fine, you can miss.
Advancing. Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. My vow is to serve. Request approved.
Another hit like that, she's gonna hurt bad.
I must thank you. If it serves your cause.
That one has better. Let's go for that one.
If I must.
Take some risk. There.
Position sends their regards. I won't object to it.
I am kind of hoping that if we take this guy out, like there'll be some sort of, I don't know, debuff.
It will be done.
Ow.
Indeed. No matter the cost. It will be done.
Ow.
Bring
Stop hitting
yourself,
me.
Avalon.
This guy just wants to keep hitting me.
At your beck and call.
Not a blinding grenade, so it makes much difference.
I'll do it. As the Emperor
Kind of
commands,
thinking, hey,
I act.
could you look at me? I should have actually cured her
I'll
up.
do it.
I'm not sure she'll take any more hits.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
Is it though?
Blessed be the hand of the healer. Doubt is for the weak.
One of these now. Where will I go? I wonder if it has like weaknesses from behind. I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing. Well, she hit.
It's as good as done.
I'm proud.
On it.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Like I said, there is very little chance of me.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Of Gilead surviving this one anyway. So 39, 36.
This tedium is beneath me. Fortune favors the swift.
Let's see to it. But of course, Lord Captain. Let's see to it.
It's weird how he doesn't hit back. Yeah, she's definitely not surviving another couple of rounds.
It will be done. I will do my duty.
Like he always turns to hit
Victory is imminent.
Abelard.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
I'll make
She's
it happen.
just out, actually. Just out.
Who if not me? It's as good as done.
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, I have to do this one.
Messiah knows all.
Oh, it was worth the risk.
Running binary override.
Moving.
Nice.
No more.
Nice, 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 nice.
I understand your intent.
Sorry, I am full on
If
concentrating
I
here.
must. I am not your Xenos pet. Ancestors guide
Did
me.
we hit it? We did.
This tedium is beneath me.
For the throne's glory. I won't object to it. But of course, Lord Captain.
It will be done.
Parry!
I've suffered worse.
But he keeps parrying.
And you're back in court.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. Eradicated.
Nice.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Guided by faith. Faith without
More! Need more! You know what? Go on, Titania. Go on. Yeah. No, it's not happening, is it? Why? I was gonna say, why did my keyboard stop moving? My keyboard just stopped up. I think the keyboard died. Oh no, keyboard's back.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Apparently I can't reach them.
I'll make it happen. I won't stand for it.
Well, sit down. Oh, you missed! There. Juliet didn't miss. Level up! Oh, it's up. Down. Do. Do. It's not long until we, like, full on level up. That was insane. Easier than I expected. I'll definitely say that for a fact. Definitely easier than I expected.
I always have a backup plan.
So that's a bit of a relief. Henrik's gestures for your attention. Stop, Titania von Shire. Before we go further, I must investigate this level of the manufactorum. We have not yet examined this area sufficiently for the purpose of my mission. All right. Let's go. We should hurry considering everything that's going on. Okay. I mean, dude
Is there money to be made?
Dude has a point. Yeah. I think we need to go to the lower decks as well. Which way does he want us to go? Straight down then? Probably there's no more issues.
This explorer tool is blessed with multifunctionality.
Ha! Ooh, shiny. Character wearing armor will dodge 6%. Armor reduces income damage. all honesty, yeah, 40. Okay, we'll see how it rocks. Ooh, it looks great.
Let us not dawdle.
Suppose, the tech priest tears himself away from reading his data slate and looks up at you. His respiratory augmented is missing. Instead, the lower half of his face is covered in deathly pale artificial flesh. You take note of the multitude of fresh augmentics attached to his head, who seem to have been inserted haphazardly, and pus is seeping from the untreated wounds. I heard your footsteps in the void. You are the Von Valancius, are you not? Pascal exchanged a series of Binharic signals with the tech priest before saying menacingly, initiating arrest procedure. This unit is using a fabricated identification code which constitutes as grade 4 transgression. Smiles ominously. You are a heretic, are you not? Merely a seeker of knowledge. However, the experiments I have conducted extend far beyond the allowed limits of an extraordinary transmechanic, tasked with maintaining a planetary vox array. But ever since I received that strange signal, my ears have been open to what I have previously considered to be forbidden knowledge. Every night since then, I have been tuning my vox station to that very frequency and listening to the voices. Am I a heretic? The fabricator sensor didn't think so. He conducted inspections, but he did not prohibit my research. Later, when a mysterious visitor revealed the truth to his optics, he came to see me once more. I nurtured the scrap code for him in the depths of my mind. It lives here still, eating through my synapses and building new connections that are open to the new knowledge of change. Is freedom heresy? If so, then I am a heretic. The reason for the failure of this unit's operation has been established. You have fallen victim to the cognitive corruption of chaos. Your computing processes have been disrupted. You are defective. Defective? I reveal the truth. I reveal the truth. I comprehend just as the Omniscient commands. Meanwhile, your mind thrashes about within the cage of data vows. So which one of us is defective? Identify yourself. His white and lifeless lips stretch into a smile. My name is Demence Hanuman. I believe it is familiar to you. This statement is false. This unit stands accused of identity theft. I am guilty of many things, but not the transgression you speak of. I have stolen nothing from you, my tech comrade, unlike many others who have indeed robbed you. Are you the one who stole Magos Taurus's personal code and made an attempt on his life? No. Why would I do that? It was the work of the maimed hunter. Term not recognized. This is a specialized term used by your branch of tech heresy. It is simply a name that fits him. You must have noticed by now that names are full of lies, haven't you, Pascal Hanuman? Mocking laughter bursts from the heretic's lips. I am giving you a chance to explain why you're using a name of another. Another? I have the right to bear this name. It is my humble inheritance, which I received from the Archmago Amrat. To renounce it is to betray his ideas. The blessed Amranat taught us that the cycle must be discontinued, and it seems I've become his best student. Now I aspire to know all, comprehend more, as is the Messiah's will. Blasphemy! Should you continue these sacrilege mentions of sacred litanies and heretical perversions of the blessed Amranat's philosophy, you will be destroyed. You wish to sound outraged, but I sense your curiosity. I understand knowledge is intoxicating. This craving for new knowledge gnaws on me as well. But be patient. I am deciphering a great mystery, and my name became the start of the key. I analyzed the archives and found it in places where it should not be. Hanuman. I kept seeing this marker upon the traces of a great plot, of the deception created by the Archmagos Amrat. No sound mind is capable of such twisted cunning. But my mind was no longer sane. It could no longer stay within the narrow confines of the norm. Each new discovery loosened the imperatives of obedience and granted ever greater freedom. I developed. I avoided traps of the maimed hunter who seeks to hide the truth. but words mean little. Do you want me to show you the truth? His pale lips spread into a smile. Fine, then, show me your truth. Tech Priest turns his data slate round. Its vid screen is covered with green runes performing an ungodly dance of computation. Pascal casts a quick glance at the data slate and says with contempt, "The sacred logic is impaired. Your calculations are irrational." Yet, they're still correct. Pascal, what is this mismatch of numbers? It is unholy nonsense, a betrayal of pure logic, the fruit of its diseased mind that has renounced the fundamental laws. Pascal's vox is raspy, like the dry throat of an ailing man. Your calculations lack sense. They're riddled with errors. They do, and they are, in this place. But there is another place where they have the right to exist, where nothing can add up to become something, where the mathematical zero can perish and decay, and infinity can measure itself. Whale comes from Pascal's vox. The warp. You used warp technology. It is forbidden. But why? The heretek's insinuating voice sounds surprisingly calm. I altered the planetary vox array. I replaced Promethium with fuel made from the souls of the servo-servants. The sum of all knowledge that exists in the world lie in the warp, and I am extracting it. Do you think it's sacrilege? I think it's sacrilege not to do it. I think it's hypocrisy to reject warp technology, to betray the Omnissiah's commandments that we are to know and comprehend all creation. With an icy smile, the heretic hands Pascal his data slate, showing the dancing blasphemous green symbols. Do you want to know everything about yourself? About me? About the maimed hunter? About Armanat? Absolutely everything. Pascal's mechandrite carefully accepts the data slate, and after a brief pause shatters it with its hydraulic servo pincer. His voice is resolute. Not at such cost. Pascal, do you have any preference regarding the killing of your former tech comrade? Pascal switches to the technolingua, his voice erupting in a series of Binharic signals. Oh, there is no need for secrecy. Let her understand. The heretic nods in your direction with a smile. Pascal glances at you with a worry and says in Gothic, his voice doubtful. Following a voluntary surrender, I will be willing to commute the punishment from immediate destruction to arrest and isolation for the purpose of conducting an exhaustive interrogation. Does that not violate some protocol or other? Indeed, tech comrade. Does it not violate the dogma of purity? Pascal says nervously. Your possible familiarity with the matters related to the fate of the blessed Armanat justifies this violation. If you think it's best. I don't think it's best. I am the rogue trader. What do I think? What does this rogue trader think? I don't know. Like, I'm not worried about a fight. The fight's fine. But information's great. But then we don't know if he's going to end up corrupting Pascal. I mean, is that a possibility in this game? Is there a possibility that we could do this and then all this information could corrupt our dearly beloved Pascal? If you think it's best. I don't think it's best. The heretic's deranged smile remains on his dead lips. Request denied, tech comrade. You have to pull what I know out of your head.
I
Should have
pray
killed him.
for no creature.
Fine. Ooh, what are you? You're kind of cool looking. And then me. Wait, oh, they're Vox skulls. I was literally wondering what the hell.
My vow is to serve. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Said, I got a shotgun now. It's great. Wait. Oh, we'll do this one.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. For you, my Emperor!
Stop trying, monkey. I move as if unseen.
I thought maybe she would be able to, but no.
I understand your
Nothing
intent.
there. She can't peek around the corner.
If it serves your cause.
I don't really want to hit Henrik, so...
If I must. That is beneath me. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Hold on.
Hey, come back!
I can so make it.
Ouchies!
A mere pain won't stop me.
Okay, I want to keep
Indeed.
charging at him.
It will be done. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
I wanna keep giving this guy, because this guy hurts. I mean, that hurt bad. Okay, let's try this. She doesn't miss when it's melee. Too far away he is.
On it. Who, if not me?
Running binary override. Request approved.
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
Your assistance is much appreciated.
Okay.
Let's see to it.
Kidding me, that didn't do anything.
The Omniscient comprehends all. My vow is to serve. Running binary override. Request approved.
I am his will made manifest. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I do have a little bit of it.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I do actually really like that move. Pascal's in the way here.
This tedium is beneath me.
Sorry, Pascal, if this hits you, which it probably will. Of course it was going to hit you.
From my
Of course it
side.
was.
Optimal.
If it serves your cause.
Let's make it quick.
This dude keeps running away.
I've faced worse than this.
Follow my lead. I will do my duty. Grey hair, sure hair. It will be done.
Stop running away from me.
You should feel honored to witness this.
And then more wounds.
I won't compromise my principles.
Fine.
I refuse. On it.
Well, here, have another go then.
Indeed. An exemplary strike.
It's as good as done.
Oh, poor Pascal.
Ocular augmentation.
I need a
I should have
foothold.
ran at him. See, this is why. No, I remember to do the running, but 9 times out of 10 I forget to do the running.
For the throat. Holy terror, smite your enemies. I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Running binary code. The Omnissiah. I venerate you, machine spirits.
Faith without deed to you, my Emperor.
Are you gonna fall over? I do love it when they fall over.
I'll do it. Eradicate it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
I deal death with my
Nice.
hands.
That was actually pretty awesome. She can't reach from here.
Here we go.
This dude just keeps running away. Nabrador's like, I'm
I've seen
keeping
worse
up.
battles
Yep,
than this in my time.
I'm keeping up.
At your beck and call. Target well struck. It will be done. One fewer target.
Done. Pascal stands motionless as he stares at the heretek's corpse. After a long silence, he finally says in a hollow voice, I am taking his neurocognigator. The data contained within must be analyzed to supplement the catism of the maintenance and operation. I would advise against it. It may be dangerous. Request denied. The value of the data justifies the risk. Pascal leans over the corpse, activates the sampling tool on one of his mecha androids, and plunges it into the tangle of augments covering the heretic's skull. Probably not the best idea he's had. Even I don't think it's a great idea, but, you know. he kind of knows what he's doing. A mishmash steel wires and augmented shape, but some madman unknowingly frightening.
I always keep my options open.
Too hard for
Eerie
a
looking
simple
makeshift
monkey.
structure is an altar of T-snitch amidst the revolting totems and twisted symbols dedicated to the Chaos God. You notice a string of 9 burnt nines burned into the metal surface. Oh, hold on. Onto my map, there is.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Open sesame! The Cognigator looks dead. Only a single lit lumen shows that there is life within the machine. Have I already been here?
The machine god grants me insight.
I'm guessing I don't have what it takes to do whatever it is. Gotta go up there.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I'll let them catch up.
Intriguing.
Oh, oh. Huh.
Is there money to be made?
There isn't another way onto this, so do we just explode it? I have to. No, she's fine.
Operation
Large device is a cargo lift used for transporting parts. Okay, then is there a way to get down? Fabricator is asking for access codes you do not have. There are dudes down there.
I always have a backup plan.
So how do we get here? That's what I want to know. Oh, it does. Now view the log. Discover local data crypt. Using your access study the archives. Just information. Nothing wrong. Information's great.
Let
but
us not dawdle.
yeah, we're now heading backwards. Oh, wait. What about here? System accepts the access codes plan. Ooh, okay. I have no idea where we're going, but ooh. What in the abomination are those? Oh, they're icky. Numerous wires and pipes run to the filthy cages, which are filled with what looks like a conglomeration of human bodies. You cannot make out who is in the cage, but bright blue sparks flash intermittently in the darkness while the mass of flesh twitches and shudders. Henrix casts a scrutinizing eye over one of the cages before withdrawing his weapon and approaching to examine what lies. Now look at the cage closest to me. Through the metal bars, you see it truly is a pile of human bodies, or something that used to be. The monstrosity deformed bodies have fused together in places, while others were severed using swords and knives, leaving wounds seeping pus and slime. Wounds that are agglutinating and sprouting tendons. Rods connected to the wires that run to a nearby cognigator bristles across the flesh, and one of the human heads turns to you. Mercy. Even attempting to speak causes the mutant pain, but he bears the agony and forces out the words, Mercy. I can't stop. You're gonna study? You examine the pulsating mass of flesh. The creature in the cage seems to be composed of several bodies joined together. You see no sutures or any other means by which the separate parts could have been connected. Among the layers of meat, you can discern large knots of muscle, various limbs, exposed bones, and part of faces, and entire heads. Only warp sorcery is capable of creating such an abomination while preserving its ability to live on. Who are you? Altman from Sect Hurts. Mercy. The mutant falls silent for a few moments, and then his voice comes back stronger. Foreman from Boiler 3. We're from the lower levels. The final words are drowned out by a moan. Henrix takes his surroundings and once again fixes his eyes on the content of the nearest cage. I'm beginning to have some idea. The Lexian mechanic mentioned the inhabitants of the lower levels who had been imprisoned to their homes. He said some of them were brought here. The cultists did something to those poor people in their own home, and now they are studying the results. The Lexian mechanic talked about some kind of slag waste disposal and chaos symbols on machines. What are arch enemy's minions doing to the people on the lower decks? To know the workings of dark sorcery means allowing corruption into oneself. Henrik scowls. These are warp mutations, no doubt. Perhaps there was some side effect. That is why they were brought here, to be connected to the sensors and cognigators. Even failed tech priests who have rejected the Omnisire are driven by a perverted hunger for knowledge. Why are they hooked up to the cognigators? Henrik carefully studies the screens of the computing machines. Lingua technis, corrupted by the scrap code. I'm sure. It's unlikely we'll be able to extract anything of value from their data crypts. Thinking, Henrik clenches his fist and bites down on a knuckle, and then recoils when the mutant from the nearest cage reaches a hand out to him for the bars. You. A female face watches you from within the gloom of the cage. Even though half her head had been turned to a mass of bone and lumpen growths, her single eyes looked at you with a surprising amount of intelligence. You promised us. Her words are echoed by other voices in the depths of the cage. Henrik leans towards the cage, but at sufficient distance to ensure that the mutant cannot reach him. Who are you talking to? What did you promise? What did they promise you? Who are they? You took us from the inferno. You promised us a reward. Her face contorts in a grimace, and the creature's lips stick together like melted wax. I'll be damned. They can still speak. They remember the people who did this to them. Henrik balls his fist into a powerless rage and then frowns in the thought. Perhaps a little biomancy will allow us to draw the fragments of knowledge out of them. or it will trigger further changes. Not missing Pascal's sober interest in the proceedings, which he is dutifully recording in a data slate, Abelard raises the brow. Esteemed Magos, these are your comrades. If I may ask, do you feel any compassion for them, or at the very least regret? Regret for the losses that these poor people present to the Adeptus Mechanicus? Negative. What I am currently observing is not my tech comrades, but merely their biologically functioning remains fashioned into a specimen of unnatural perversion of technology. I am under no directives to feel any affinity for such specimens. Well, if there's something that will make them talk, we must use it. Henrik nods. Yes. It's possible another person would refuse to make such choice, but we can use this situation to help us investigate. I'm not going to argue with you. It seems to me your mind is already made up. I'm sorry. Henrik hesitates for a moment, then closes his eyes and raises one hand. You are enveloped by an otherworldly chill. The mass of flesh in the cage suddenly rears up. The mutant wretches open its glued-together lips and begins wailing frantically. The shrieking is echoed by a chorus of howls and tortured moans coming from the neighboring cages. The mutant changes before your eyes. The tumors recede like an ebbing tide, revealing an emaciated female face, twisted in agony. The woman gasps for air, stretches her now mobile neck, and exclaims, "Liar! You promised to kill me. You promised me deliverance. Every one of you, everyone told me to have hope. And the pain would go. Accept the truth, for that is hope. My only hope is to be freed from this pain. Please make it stop. Make it stop." A lump of flesh behind her head shudders and sends out smooth, fat tentacles that cover her wailing face and drag it into itself. You feel the pressure in your ears. From the cage you hear a steady, almost imperceptible sound that fills you with despair and horror. With a sigh, Henrik lowers his hands and looks at what the creature within the cage has become. A wetly gleaming mass of meat. Gristle that no longer bears any hint of human origins. It pulses vigorously. And that's it? The lamentations of dying people? No. Not just that. What is said about hope sounds like a lie of chaos, which it uses to take root in weak minds. I believe the corrupted tech priests repeated this phrase like an echo of what had been instilled in them. Whatever the cult of the Final Dawn is planning, false hope is a key component of their plan. It's a lead. A small one, but still a lead. And that's that, then. But do you know what bothers me, Rogue Trader? The number of people here, there are too few. The lower levels of similar manufactorums are inhabited by millions. What happened to the rest of them? Henrik shakes his head. I know I won't like the answer. Let's go. We still haven't done what we came here to do.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh, there's just so many ickies.
This place is steeped in corruption, which means that it must be cleansed with fire down to the last crevice.
I am with her on that
Sister,
one.
tame your fervor. Your zeal is laudable, but first I must ascertain the intentions of the archenemy, not crush his manifestations without a second thought.
I'm definitely with her. This place needs to be cleansed with fire. The massive cognigator grows out of the metal bulkheads like a grotesque tumor. A hollow roar sounds from deep within the metal housing. Whatever spurred the computer into action has enough power to supply a small command center. As soon as your eyes fall upon the cognigator, you feel a tingling in your temples. Every nook, every component of the machine radiates a sense of wrongness. One that is difficult to explain, but no less palatable for that. It is as though the construct itself defies the laws of physics and perspective. Henry makes a warning gesture, his voice ringing slightly with tension. It's threatened with disquiet. Stop, Titania von Schad. That is the creation of the archenemy. Don't go near it. You have done enough for me in my mission. Do not put yourself at risk now. soon as Henrix takes another step forward, towards the Cognigator, it emits a deafening shriek, like hundreds of metal needles driving into toughened glass. As though sensing the stranger, wincing, Henrix approaches the control panel and bends down towards the screens. Despite the heat clogging the room, you feel an ice-cold breeze. Henrix clearly using his psycho abilities to try to fend off the pernicious effects of the Chaos artifact. The Omnissiah's grace has not touched this object. This mechanism was not desecrated, but born, flawed, and unnatural. Iron, most profane. Pascal unhurriedly produces data slate, initiating observational. Let no fear stand in the path of knowledge. I'm gonna approach it. Not gonna listen to Henrix, you know. Henrix is too engrossed in his examination of the control panel to stop you. You draw closer to the side section of the Cognigator housing, which has several thick cables running from it. With each step forward, the flickering screens, you're feeling that the Cognigator is watching you with rapidly blinking eyes grow stronger and stronger. Up close, you see that beside buttons and switches and toggles, the Cognigator casing is also covered in strange writing. I'm not very good at warp stuff, but I was good at this time. One glance is enough to tell you that these are chaos runes, within which lurks a grim threat to mind and soul. You hastily avert your eyes, trying to wipe away the foul symbols from your mind. The Cognigator displays a small wall of text on the screens. The string of symbols is a senseless mixture of numbers and formulas and of unfamiliar characters. There seems to be no logic to it, and yet there is no doubt that the Cognigator is computing calculations on a prodigious scale. A bundle of cables is coming from the broken side panel of the Cognigator. They were clearly added after the machine came off the manufactorum's production line. The wires snake along the floor and disappear inside the maintenance hatch that leads somewhere down below. You take a step back, and suddenly one of the Cognigator screens changes colour, becoming bright yellow. Your eyes are helplessly drawn to the bilious hue. You turn sharply away from the screen, and you can almost feel invisible shackles falling away. The realization comes a moment later. You were not fighting against your own curiosity, but against someone's malevolent will, which has now lost its hold on you. I'm going to keep my distance and wait. A minute passes, and then another. You watch Henrix examine the Cognigator. His eyes scan the screens, his hands darting from the reel to the lever, and sometimes hovering uncertainly over the next switch, which immediately receives a coating of frost. At some point you hear his voice, almost a whisper, barely audible above the clanging of roaring machine. Sacrifices. More and more sacrifices every minute. Henrix looks at you, his eyes darken now, appearing almost black in his white face. Heptatome. Determinants. The womb of this cursed machine is down on the lower levels. The auxiliary mutator controls the system, delivering molten waste under the manufacturum's main building. This Cognigator is fueled by the energy harnessed from thousands of people who are flowing beneath our feet as slag waste as we speak. But I cannot imagine the reason for sacrificing all these people. It's inconceivable. Now we know why the fabricator sensor prized this monster so highly. The cursed tech priest and his associates created something that went beyond the limits of the Omnissiah's power. This machine is designed to process myriad possibilities using warp sorcery. It has almost finished its task. It predicts the future, Titania von Shire. Henrix, are you alright? He tries to muster a reassuring smile, but it comes out looking more like a grimace. I'll be fine. It predicts the future? How is that even possible? Do not attempt to gain any insight into the essence of the machines corrupted by the archenemy, at least not if you value your soul. I have encountered the heretik's mechanical abominations before. To truly fathom their nature is to allow a particle of death into your heart. Henrix is silent for a few moments, but the fruit they bear, no matter how aberrant, their instruments, the fruit they bear could be useful. You intend to let the creation from beyond the veil do what it was designed to do? Gilead stares at Henrix in astonishment. Is it not your calling to protect your kind from the schemes and temptations of the sailor fresh? You cannot understand this, Xenos. Knowing one's enemy is the path towards destroying them. If, in order to prevent countless future calamities, I must perpetrate one of my own, such is my duty to the Golden Throne. Gilead remained silent for a while, her head tilted to one side. Not only do you not keep watch over your kin, you even sacrifice your own souls to your dead god. It is astounding. Henrik stares stonily at the cognate screen. Yes. Let's allow the machine to finish its calculations. I wish to know. I made him more callous? Oh, what because I let him do... Oh! What precisely the cult's minions were so desperate to see the future. Perhaps, if we were to increase the power, it would finish sooner. We need to stop the Confronting for the sake of the people still alive down there. Henrik looks at you with his eyes ice cold. Rogue trader, in the name of the Golden Throne, I am requisitioning the population of the lower levels of this manufactorum for the purpose of the Inquisition. I made him this way! Oh no! The Confronting screens flash, and the guttural roar in the depths turns into a frantic shriek that seems to contain the death cries of thousands. I made him a monster! Henrik bends over the keys and flinches as if from an electric shock. His head snaps back unnaturally and you see his lips moving. The Cognigator lets out a roar that grows louder by the second.
Grovel before the true power of humanity!
I don't know what to say to this. I screwed up. Screamer of Tissinch.
My vow is to serve. Cogitation failed. Running binary code
I knew that was happening. This is not good. This is not good. This is so not good.
Injured! I'm enraged!
If I must. If it serves your cause. Pay with your blood in the name of Callousness.
Sorry, Pascal.
Fortune favors the swift. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
I was not expecting this big old fight.
This tedium is beneath me. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, it's split into two. That.
Victory is imminent.
It's fine. It's fine.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty.
I'll make it happen.
I'm kind of reeling on how I made Henrik
I'll see to it,
the way he is. I'm kind of
On it.
sorry.
I won't object to it.
Who, if not me?
Yes. Negligible.
Be gone.
Like I
For
feel
the
awful.
throne's glory.
Suffering is part of the trial. Request
How
approved.
come I use my gun?
My competencies are not that universal. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Running by narrative. Martyrdom.
God, they hurt.
A reward.
I'm sorry, Pascal. Oh, they're gonna have to move her. I have no movement for the brother.
If it serves your cause. Fortune favors the swift.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands is why I was chosen.
Okay.
At your beck and call.
Missed.
It will be done.
I kind of need to do this.
It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally.
My frail organics require this. Activating force mode sacrament. My vow is to serve.
On it.
I made him callous. That's gonna haunt me. It's truly going to haunt me.
I won't object to it. Your reckoning is due.
It really is. It's gonna haunt me.
The Emperor is on our side.
It's fine. I'm just moving out of the way because I know she's gonna shoot him soon.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
This is where I kind of wish I had Cassia with me.
If it serves your cause.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work with a shotgun.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
It did. That's good.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
So how many freaking
I'll do it.
variations of the bad guy appears? Who's that? Oh. That's Pascal. I was about to like I was querying the question.
Tactics are the best ways. Indeed. That's not the Seneschal's job. At your back and
Cause yeah, look, freaking more show up.
victory is imminent.
Accept your lot.
Reduced to dust. I took care of this one.
I'll make it happen.
It will be done.
It's as good as
Because
done.
there's one right in front of me. Hit him! Hit him! Nice. She hit him.
If not me.
Okay, that's all of them?
I feel the power surging.
Can't use that one for some reason.
Everyone, step aside. Naturally.
That's all of them. Okay. Sheesh. Henrix goes back to the broken down cognigators, spends a while examining the instrument panel, and then disconnects a component resembling a data crypt, which he quickly stows in his cartridge belt. That's what this machine was put into operation for? Countless symbols and numbers contain knowledge of things to come. I hope my specialists will find a way to decipher the corrupted code. I hypothesize that my services will not be needed. The disappointment and resignation are clear in Pascal's voice. You are correct, Magos. I am grateful for the help, but unfortunately I must conceal the fruits of our labor from you. Henrix glances around the hall. As you have seen, my caution is well founded. Pascal's vox lets out a heavy static laden sigh. Restrictions recognized as valid. I saw something happen to you, Henrix. What happened when you touched the machine? Henrix jerks his head and waves away the question, his movements sharp and unnatural. We'll talk about it later, but right now... Henrix's eyes settle on you. I must thank you, Titania von Shire. Without your help and cooperation, I doubt I would have reached the depths of the Kiava Gamma and learned the truth behind my agent's dispatches and reports. I would never have ended up here, and I would have never have succeeded in hampering the cult's activities. Dare I hope, esteemed interrogator, that your keen interest in the von Valancius world has been satisfied? Oh. Apart from the fact that the world is still seized by the archenemy's corruption, its populace is infected with heresy, and once sacred machines of its manufactorum have been turned into weapons against humanity, quite satisfied, yes. My business on Kiava Gamma is concluded. It is time to return to the mission that brought you to the industrial world. The only thing I ask of you is an audience when we return to the ship. Henrix bows his head to signal that the conversation is over. Not only have I made Henrix callous, I don't think that's ever going to change. I don't know what to make of this whole bit.